What if I told you that everything think men notice about you is only the surface? That what truly captivates them is invisible to the eye, hidden in moments you don't even realize. Today, we're going deep into the subtle, sacred ways men see you. Ways that can change how you see yourself forever. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself what it truly means to be seen? Not just glanced at or admired from afar, but fully, deeply seen, with all your cracks, your contradictions, your unpolished edges. So often we spend so much energy shaping who we think others want us to be. We put on the makeup, adjust our posture, smooth out our words, and practice the perfect smile. But what if the thing men actually notice, the thing that draws them closer, isn't the mask you wear, but the courage it takes to drop it? Imagine a wildflower growing in an untamed field. It doesn't try to be the rose in the garden, with perfect petals and a curated scent. It just grows raw, real, and wildly itself. That wildflower's beauty isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. Men, too, are drawn to that kind of beauty. The kind that isn't controlled or manufactured, but lived. Authenticity means showing up with your whole self. It's the bravery to reveal your true thoughts, your fears, your dreams, without apology. When you dare to be seen in your imperfect, honest form, you are saying to the world, and to the men in your life, that you are enough. Not because of how you look, but because who you are beneath all the layers. This kind of authenticity creates a deep kind of connection that goes beyond surface level attraction. It invites trust, vulnerability, and intimacy. Things that can't be faked or forced. It is in those moments of realness, when you allow yourself to be known without hiding, that you become truly magnetic. And here's the true thing: the world needs your realness. It needs the beauty of your stories, your struggles, your triumphs. Not a polished version, but the authentic you. Quiet ache. When you stop trying to be what you think others want and start embracing who you really are, something powerful happens. You reclaim your voice, your worth, and your spirit. Key. So ask yourself, do you dare to be seen? Not just for a moment, but fully and boldly. Because when you do, you don't just change how men see you. You change how you see yourself. And that, more than anything, is the beginning of true transformation. Key. Have you ever caught yourself talking to someone but realizing your mind is somewhere else entirely? Maybe scrolling through your phone under the table, replaying yesterday's worries or planning tomorrow's to-do list. While your lips form words, your heart isn't truly in the conversation. It's a quiet, almost invisible disconnect, but it's there. And here's the thing: men notice this more than you realize. Not because they're scrutinizing and the quiet H, but because human connection, real connection, lives in presence. Presence isn't just about physically showing up. It's about being truly here, fully here, in the quiet, in the moment with everything you've got. It's the stillness in a world that never stops moving. It's the deep breath you take before you speak. The intentional eye contact that says, I see you. Think of presence like a campfire in the middle of a dark forest. It draws people close, not because it shouts or demands attention, but because it offers warmth, light, and safety. When you cultivate presence, you're offering a gift that goes far beyond words or appearances. Men, and people in general, can feel when someone is really listening, really engaging, really there. It's the difference between a distracted nod and a heartfelt pause. Presence means you silence the noise, the endless mental chatter, and step out of autopilot. And the quiet ache, you become grounded in your body, your breath, your emotions. You stop worrying about how you look or what you'll say next, and instead, you inhabit your own skin with confidence and calm. This kind of presence is magnetic. It signals that you value the moment, that you honor the person in front of you, and that you honor yourself. It's a spiritual practice as much as a social skill, because it asks you to show up without pretense, without distraction, without fear. The quiet H. The beautiful secret is this: you don't have to change a thing about your appearance or your story to wield this power. You simply have to choose to be here now. And the quiet H. That choice, to be truly present, makes you unforgettable. So next time you find yourself drifting away in thought during a conversation, pause. Take a breath. Remember that being present is one of the most profound ways to show your strength and your beauty. Because when you are really here, you don't just exist in the moment. You create moments that matter. Have you ever wondered what lies beneath the surface of your smile? The smile you show to the world, the one that's polished and bright. Behind it are stories, memories, dreams, wounds, and victories that no one else can see at a glance. Men notice this mystery, the quiet ache, even if they can't always put into words. There's a subtle language spoken by the soul, and it's in the depth of your inner world where real attraction lives. Think of your inner world like a vast ocean, sometimes calm and shimmering under the sun, sometimes turbulent with crashing waves. On the surface, it might look serene and simple, but beneath lies an entire universe full of colors, life, and secrets. When you live your life fully, embracing your joys and your sorrows, you carry with you a depth that resonates with others. Men, in their own way, sense this ocean beneath your exterior. It draws them in, not because it's easy to understand, but because it's real and profound. Your stories, the quiet battles you've fought, the heartbreaks that shaped you, the dreams that keep you awake at night, all weave together to create the person you are today. This depth can be intimidating, even to yourself. Ache. Sometimes it's easier to hide parts of your story, to shrink away from the places where you've been broken or vulnerable. But those hidden parts are what make you human. What make you relatable, what make you beautiful. Men notice the glow that comes from resilience, the spark born out of pain transformed into wisdom. Quiet, ache. They notice the softness that comes from compassion earned through experience. Your eyes hold the echoes of every moment you've survived and every hope you still carry. When you allow yourself to carry these stories openly, you invite others to see the real you. Not just the polished exterior, but the soul beneath. And here's a profound truth: you don't need to tell your stories out loud for men to notice them. Your inner world shines through your presence, your energy, your gaze, and the quiet ache. It's the invisible thread connecting you to others on a deeper level, beyond words or appearances. So embrace your mystery, your complexity, your depth. Know that your inner world is not a burden to hide, but a treasure to share. First with yourself, and then with those who are willing to see you whole. Quiet H. Have you ever felt like your imperfections are a weight you carry alone? Those little quirks, the doubts that whisper you're not enough. Quiet H. The parts of yourself you wish you could hide away. What if I told you that those very imperfections are not your weaknesses, but your greatest strengths? That the cracks, the scars, the messy edges are the places where your true light shines through. Think about a handcrafted vase. Not one that's perfectly symmetrical or flawless, but one with subtle cracks, uneven lines, and a shape uniquely its own. Those imperfections don't diminish its beauty. In fact, they tell its story. They make it one of a kind. This vase is a powerful metaphor for you. Your imperfections are not flaws to be fixed or hidden. They are the brush strokes of your authentic self. The quiet ache. Men notice this grace. The way you carry your imperfect self with courage and acceptance. There is a quiet, powerful magnetism in someone who embraces who they are fully, ache, without shame or apology. It's not about pretending to be perfect. Ache. It's about being at peace with the parts of yourself that don't fit into society's narrow definitions of beauty or success. When you embrace your imperfections, you also embrace your humanity. You acknowledge that life is messy, that mistakes are part of growth, and that vulnerability is a doorway to connection. And the quiet H, this kind of grace invites others to be real with you too. It breaks down walls, dissolves fear, and creates a space where true intimacy can bloom. Imagine how freeing it is to stop hiding your flaws, to stop fearing judgment or rejection, and instead stand tall in the quiet H, and knowing that your worth is not dependent on being flawless. That freedom becomes radiant, it becomes irresistible. So ask yourself, what parts of yourself have you been resisting? What cracks are you afraid will show? The truth is, those cracks let the light in. They tell your story of resilience, courage, and authenticity. And in that story lies a beauty far deeper and more powerful than perfection could ever offer. You are whole, exactly as you are. And that grace, that acceptance, and the quiet ache is a gift not only to yourself, but to everyone lucky enough to know you. Have you ever noticed how kindness rarely shoots? It doesn't parade itself or demand attention. Instead, kindness whispers in the small, quiet moments. The gentle smile to a stranger, the patience when someone's struggling, the unspoken understanding that says, I see you. You matter. Men notice these moments even if they don't say it out loud. They sense the language of your heart, spoken softly through your actions, your presence, your spirit. Kindness is like the invisible thread weaving through the fabric of our lives. It's the wind you can't see, but feel brushing gently against your skin, and the quiet shaping the world quietly yet powerfully. It's the warmth in your voice when you listen without judgment, the tenderness in your eyes when you offer grace instead of criticism. Quiet These small acts of kindness don't just touch others. They ripple out, creating connections that run far deeper than appearances or words ever could. In a world that often feels harsh and hurried, kindness is a radical act of courage. It requires vulnerability because it opens your heart to others. Risking disappointment or rejection, quiet, but is also the language that speaks of our shared humanity. A language that men notice and respond to because it touches a part of themselves that longs to be seen and loved. Think about the last time someone showed you genuine kindness without expecting anything in return. How did it make you feel? Safe, valued, understood. Quiet that's the power you hold when your heart speaks through kindness. It's an unspoken invitation to trust, to open up, to belong. And the quiet this kindness doesn't need to be grand gestures or loud declarations. It lives in the simple things. A hand on a shoulder, a thoughtful word, a moment of patience when frustration wants to take over. Men notice these moments because they reveal the depth of your character and the warmth of your soul. It's kindness that creates invisible threads, weaving hearts together with bonds that endure beyond time and circumstance. So, what kind of kindness does your heart speak? The quiet Are you willing to let those invisible threads connect you with others in ways that truly matter? Remember, it's not just about being kind to the world and the quiet but about allowing kindness to flow through you. Unfiltered, unconditional, and healing. When your heart speaks kindness, you become a beacon in the lives of others. You remind them, and yourself, that even in imperfection and struggle, in the noise of life, love and grace are always possible. If this spoke to you, if it stirred something deep inside, take a moment to reflect on the unseen beauty you carry every day. Like this video if you believe in the power of your authentic self. Subscribe to join this journey of self-discovery and transformation. And remember, the most powerful thing you can be is simply yourself.